Hello, callers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Joao Cancelo, as it has been reported that Barca have held concrete talks to sign the 29-year-old Manchester City star on a loan move. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Ace Abde, as it has been reported that Real Betis are interested in signing the Barcelona player on loan as Barca wants but a permanent move. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. With the summer transfer window around the corner, Barcelona will be in the market to reinforce multiple positions in their team. They will be looking to sign a backup striker, a defensive midfielder, a central midfielder, a left winger, and a very importantly, a right back. While Xavi Hernandez reportedly does not consider the right back as a priority for Barca now, the club have been looking at potential targets like Juan Foyth, Benjamin Pavard, Thomas Meunier, and a different but probably better option who is also rumored to be, a potential switch is Joao Cancelo. Having deployed his trade for Manchester City since 2019, the Portuguese is looking to switch destinations this summer. He left the English Giants in the winter for Bayern Munich on a 6-month deal, but is not expected to continue with the Bavarians. Barcelona have held concrete talks to sign Joao Cancelo on a loan move, but according to a report by Mundo Deportivo, they have held meetings with his agent to discuss a potential summer move. Cancelo has been on Barcelona's radar for a while now. Xavi also revealed that the club tried to sign him on loan in January, but the advances were rejected by Manchester City, who did not want the player to go on a loan, or who does not even want the player to go even on a loan to Barca. We wanted Joao Cancelo at Barca in January. He was offered and we said yes. Manchester City discussed that internally and then told us that they did not want to allow Joao join Barca, manager Xavi said in a recent interview. The Gaffer does believe that signing a right back is necessary for Barcelona, but keeps it below the need for a defensive midfielder. The club does not have a single player for that position now that Sergio Busquets has left. At right back, though, he will continue to count on Sergio Roberto, Julian Araujo, and every now and then Jules Koundé, who evidently does not want to play that role any longer. Of course, the right back slot have been much talked about these past few days, especially when report came out that manager Xavi have decided not to make the right back position a top priority, but it is necessary but not a top priority. He prioritizes a DM as you would expect Xavi to do. Of course, Joao Cancelo have been the most talked about player linked to that right back position, albeit on a possible loan move, because Barca know for sure that they won't be able to carry out a permanent move for Joao Cancelo. They won't be able to because it will just cripple our finances. Of course, Joao Cancelo, who had a brief spell at Bayern on loan since January transfer window, even though he has not had the best of time there, Barca still rate him highly. Manager Xavi still rate him highly, and they want him to be there because we have seen majority of his career playing for City. He has been doing wonders there. But despite everything, because of some small issues he had with manager Pep Guardiola, the player had to be shipped to Bayern for a loan move. So as it stands right now, I think many will prefer to take Joao Cancelo to play that right back because he's a very good right back. He's a top class right back, and I think if Barca can push for it, it can be possible. But considering what Javi said, that Manchester City had said that outrightly refused that they don't want to let Joao Cancelo play for Barca, it is a very big blow for us if they continue to persist on that decision, because no matter what we do, they won't accept any loan deal for us. But Barca know for sure, as I said earlier, that they won't be able to finance a permanent deal for Joao Cancelo, and Barca have initiated talks already with the players camp, according to reports, and to ensure that there is a possibility of a loan move going through. Because to be honest, we need a right back. We need a right back. Jules Koundé have made it clear that he does not fancy playing there any longer, heading into a new season. And it won't bode well if Xavi insists on putting Koundé there. It means he's not even respected from his own way. Like, honestly, despite that he's playing the right back well, but I think if Jules Koundé can say that, then we should just respect that. It's not about putting Sergio Roberto right back or Julian Araujo. We need something that we are assured of. We're not going for another testing season. And I think Xavi should know that better. We need a proper right back. The likes of, apart from Joao Cancelo, I've been talking about Benjamin Pavard, Thomas Meunier of Dortmund, and so on and so forth. But those players, for now, nothing looks concrete at this point, as Barca continue to push but for a loan move for Joao Cancelo. Then on to the final story of discussion. Barcelona's biggest priority heading into the summer window will be to clear out their squad in order to make space for new signings and register new contract extensions. They have multiple positions to reinforce, and a few players who want to stay might have to reluctantly walk out the exit door. This also includes players who have spent the last season and will be returning to Barca squad dynamics soon. Abde, for example, spent the last season on loan at Osasuna and was a key cog in the team as they reached the Copa del Rey finals and finished 7th in La Liga, earning a spot in the UEFA Conference League. Nico Gonzalez, on the other hand, did not have quite an eventful loan tenure as Abde during his time with Valencia last season. While they managed to stay clear of relegation, the Spaniard missed multiple chunks of the season through injury. Both players, however, on Real Betis rather for next season, according to a report by Mundo Deportivo. The club knows, however, that they cannot compete with other offers for the duo and will not be able to enter bidding wars. As such, Betis are contemplating a loan move for the duo. Barcelona, on the other hand, have not made a decision about either of their futures, but will only accept a permanent move for either or both. Apart from Nico and Abde, Barcelona will also look to offload the likes of Lenglet, Samuel Umtiti, and Sergio Dest, all of whom spent the last season away at the Camp Nou at Lecce, Tottenham, and AC Milan, respectively. So, callers, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so. If you have, until next time, bye.